No.
Leave the what?
Don't expect you to keep walking around after them and picking them up, cleaning up.
Yeah,
I think if you've got a drink and you've drank it, you can at least put it in the sink.
Bob it in the sink.
Yeah.
Who cleaned this?
Ain't hard, is it?
Who cleaned
That
this?
makes me bored.
No, I don't wipe it. I just have to dirty pots.
Yeah, you do it at home.
Nathan clean. I've washed
And maybe one thing, people could clean the toilet.
I was about to say that. You know, if you
yeah, I've noticed one of the toilets this morning. You've got like ceiling.
Yeah, I was like,
school.
I'm not very good at
Right, come on then.
I refuse to go to the toilet in the Holy Room.
We're in it now, aren't we? So just go for it.
Interesting things about yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Iffy Cooper. I'm 25. I'm from Milton Keynes. I was a dancer. I'm a professional dancer, but I've kind of stopped dancing now. I do telly sales from home to make my money. What else can I say about? Oh, this is something really interesting. I really believe in this thing called The Secret, positive thinking, and I visualise myself being.
That's a book and a movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen Pretty Wild, the American reality TV show? She homeschools her children. She's like, I based all my lessons on the movie The Secret. So,
it's really good. Well, basically, to cut a long story short, I got into it and watched the movie like January time, and there was like no one we know, like just people who have used The Secret and now millionaires or whatever, and like successful in their field. And I watched it and I just thought, right, I'll give it a go, and I started to believe it. So since January till now, I've just visualised myself being in this house, and I visualised myself being contestant number 4. Clearly I wasn't. So, but then I was like, okay. And then I saw Steve, and I was telling him about it randomly. And then I was like, I said, if we just believe that we're going in, we will go in. And I was like, we'll go in together. And he goes, I believe that. I said, I believe that. And then when he went in, I was really excited. But then when they said 4, I was like, oh, maybe. And then I come in and I was like, went up to Davina and just went, The Secret. She was going, are you all right, lovely? I was like, I was going, The Secret, it works, it works.
Can we ask people who can watch The Secret?
Yeah, and she was like, are you all right? Are you all right? I was like, no, I'm fine. She thought I was mad.
yeah.
But anyway, so that's my excitement that I came in here. And do you want to shall I tell you one other thing, which is weird, but it almost would blow it all. When I was visualising it, I was visualising myself being down to the very end with someone called John. And then he said to me, his name's John. So now you're all going to vote me out next week. But you know what I mean, though? But, so that's the like, weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Yeah,
and that's cool. Me. And I talk a lot.
That's cool. That's nothing wrong with that.
It's not about taking part, it's about winning. And you did it in front of like just all trophies lining the wall. That was just amazing.
Oh, I didn't see it. Cringe. Yeah, all my dancing trophies.
everyone was well cheering it.
They were like, wow.
Were they?
Yeah.
I had people booing when I started to sing. They were like, boo, what's that shit?
Oh, don't worry, we'll let them
I had people go, oh.
Go on, John.
Anyway, yeah.
I will go clockwise.
No. Come on, mate.
Anyone that wants to go, go.
Yeah, just go for it.
And then we'll work out who you are
All right,
later.
anyone who wants to go.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, nah, the wizard.
No, let's do it in
I'll vote
order.
the wizard.
That
No,
way
no,
everyone
I don't want to
gets
get next, I don't want to get
You
next.
can go, but not to the diary room, mate.
Oh, Steve just
No, I don't want to get
Yeah,
next.
Steve, you go.
Well, you know me, don't you?
No.
Big
Daddy, cool.
What's your story, mate?
I am Steve, obviously. Uber name Big Daddy, or whatever else you want to call me, as long as I don't hear you. Family man, 8 kids.
8 kids?
Wow!
Ex-army. Well, hence this all happened. We'll probably talk about our later dates rather than now. Just sort of pushing on, really. And I hope I don't get my metal legs too much in your way.
I'm sure I'll be fine, babe.
That's me, but there's lots more, so we've got plenty of time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pass the magic, whatever it is, to Dave the Monk.
Thank you. I'm Dave the Monk. No, Dave the Wizard, named by our Aussie friend. Yeah, I mean, I'm married with 4 kids, come from South Wales, cool. 4 beautiful children. I was into drugs and stuff from like the age of 18 to 21, and then I had a really powerful encounter with God at 21, which really changed my life. So the last 18 years I've been serving Jesus, loving him. He's beautiful.
Can you tell us what the experience was, or is it personal?
It's not personal. I just had an encounter with what I now know to be the presence of God. and it just totally revolutionized my life. All of the addiction, different things, rejection, all the crap, just all was instantly like dealt with. And obviously, I've been on an 18-year journey of intimacy with the Lord from then.
You was
But
actually an addict, were you?
used to listen to like crazy music and all that. But anyway, so like, so around that time I met my wife, and now we've got 4 children. I've been with my wife 20 years. I love her. She's so special, so precious. Yeah, in the last like 4 years, something really unusual has been happening where I get really, really intoxicated on God's presence. So the Bible says that his love is like wine, and sometimes I get really overwhelmed with his presence. So I've been with Kiva the last sort of few days, just trancing out. So at times I sort of may look like I'm trancing out. Hence the monk's robe and stuff, because the early Christian monks would just go into trances and visions. And yeah, it's cool, dude. So the thing is, I've really like peed off the religious community, because like the stuff we do is totally out the box. So we do these like spiritual slosh fests where we'll have 500-600 people. It's okay. We have like 500-600 people show up at these spiritual slosh fests, and people will just like dance and get high on God and trance out and all this stuff. Believe it. Believe what you want. I mean, that's fine.
Can I just say there's no alcohol involved?
There's no alcohol.
There's been no alcohol involved in the
We
last
just
few
get
days
jacked.
and you've
We
been
just get jacked up on Jesus.
That sounds
So I know it sounds crazy.
David has to help you to experience. Did you get it? No, I didn't do it.
No.
When you say you get high on Jesus.
The Bible says that his love is like wine, and that in his presence there is fullness of joy, and at his right hand are pleasures. So like I look at like a lot of the stuff that we try and get pleasure from are like lower levels of pleasure. And when we encounter God, he's the most high. So we say in our meetings there's no high like the most high.
So
people come into our meetings and get smashed out of their brain for free on God.
So basically, you're like a God complete junkie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's remarkable.
So the last 4 or 5 years, like sometimes I'll spend 2-3 months at a time just trancing out, and like I don't. I mean, it's just how I live my life. So yeah, that's pretty much me. And then that's how we were in the Sun newspaper. Sun newspaper came and did a double-page spread. The title of it was "Holy Ravers Who Get High on God." And it was really, really positive. And then they did like a half-hour documentary on my friend, and they filmed a load of it at some of our meetings. So.
Smoking jungle
If you
juice.
imagine it,
Is it
regardless of what,
marijuana?
We say.
Is that what you're trying to say?
What we say is.
Seriously?
I asked if he got any. He said no.
What we say is we
Are you
say.
trying to say I smoke weed?
Yeah, what we say is we don't smoke marijuana. We smoke the Jehovah Wanna. Oh wait.
But it's still marijuana.
We get high on him. On
It
the
is.
most
It
high.
still grows like a plant, doesn't it?
No.
Still jungle juice. Definitely jungle juice.
We don't take any drugs. We don't drink. Right? So that's sort of my story.
I think
That's me. Oh, the other thing is, I snore pretty bad, so if you hear me snoring in the night, please forgive me. Please forgive me. You've got to
Where were you
forgive me.
sleeping?
If I see your bad stuff, I'll forgive you, so forgive me if I snore.
Whereabouts are you sleeping?
I snore a lot of
In the mole hole. You can boot me into the mole hole.
Fascinating.
you can have that as your Jesus bolt hole.
Thanks, man. I was expecting you to ridicule me.
George, turn.
It's like a marriage. Good God.
Imagine it.
That's what I do.
George, turn.
Thanks.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, man.
Go on then, sunshine.
I'm Sunshine. I changed my name, not legally, but everyone calls me Sunshine. I study medicine, and people often ask me why I study medicine. And the other day I told someone, and they said that's the best reason I've ever heard.
Why?
What
and
is
it
it?
was because when I was 17, my mum died of cancer. And I sat there and I felt like nothing was there anymore. And I said to myself, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure nobody ever feels like I feel right now, ever again. And so that's all I did from that point. I dedicated everything I could to doing it. So I'm almost done with that. And I'm not the typical medical student. I've got a chihuahua called Tinkerbell. I stick crystals on everything I own. When I go in the hospital, I have my nurse's watch with crystals all over it and my ID badge with crystals all over it. I wear bright clothes everywhere. I wear loads of things on my head all the time. So that's me. So I try to, hopefully, I think, through calling myself